So I had to tell all my friends, hey guys, I might have corona, so you probably need to go test. And everyone is like, oh my God, Hassan, I can't believe you're so careless. And I'm just like, guys, I promise you, like, I was as careful as I can be. But like, you know, it's just some situations. You know?
Yeah. All right, welcome everyone to the Talk Lab podcast. Thank you for clicking the episode and checking out this episode. If you're listening to this podcast on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, any other platform, thank you very much for listening and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what the hell you're doing, man. Just click that button. It's easy. Just click it there. You know, put your notifications on. It will notify you every time we post an episode. Most likely it will be a Saturday. That's when we post our episodes. And today with me, I have great friend Hassan. How you doing?
Me. I'm good. Thanks for having me, man. I'm pretty pumped up to be here, man. Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming here. You're a student, fourth year at Carleton University. You're studying financial economics. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Right. I keep messing that up. All right. How's everything?
Everything's pretty good, man. Yeah, new semester, you know, excited. I'm almost done. I have 2 more semesters left. So, yeah, I'm excited to get this out of the way, you know, and hopefully looking forward, you know.
Kick life's ass, you know.
Fingers crossed. If everything goes well, you know, Yeah,
I'm hoping so, man. I'm hoping so. How is COVID treating you now?
I mean, now it's a bit better for sure. But like, before, like, I don't know if I told you or not, but like, I did get COVID before. Yep. So yeah, it was a pretty big adjustment for me.
Definitely.
It was rough in the beginning, to be honest, just because like, you don't know how to deal with it. It's like completely new. You have like zero knowledge on it beforehand. So like how to deal with it when you're thrown in the middle and like, you might have spread it to this person or you might have spread it to this person. It is just
so much stuff.
Such a headache. But yeah, you know, it's like, it's an exaggerated cold, basically. Like that's how I felt it was. At least it was me and my sister that got it. Okay. And like we got like normal cold symptoms, except like for a couple of days where it was like really aggravated symptoms and like heavy stomach ache, that sort of thing. But yeah, other than that, I think we're
I mean, I know a couple of people who actually got COVID. All of them are in Iraq. Literally my family. So you know how back home they're really close to each other and they never pay attention. Don't put masks on and everything. They like I think a couple of people in the family got it, and then later on 20 people actually got it at the same time.
Oh my god. Super spreading, man.
Super fast. And then they had to like, you know, quarantine and everything, but thank God, you know, they're safe. Nothing bad happened. Alhamdulillah. So yeah, that's it's crazy there, man.
Man, I really don't want to tell you stories about back home, especially like Egypt, man. Like, I don't know about you, but like if you see Egypt, like now, I've seen like over the New Year's Eve and everything, like I've seen so many parties, like full on parties. Like Corona doesn't exist, man. No masks, no social distance, just us and like maybe so many other people. And of course, you know, like they tell you, you know, there's not too many cases or whatever, and the cases are decreasing. But in reality, you know, like
nothing is decreasing,
man. We actually don't know the exact numbers because, like, as Egypt is a majority of country that's under the poverty line,
right?
So basically, like. Many of these people that even if they have corona, they can't afford to test or they can't afford to go. So all these factors like play into the number of cases reported daily. But yeah, like you have to take everything with a grain of salt. Like generally speaking, yeah.
I mean, for our viewers, you know, like stay safe. I hope like you all like follow the measurements. I mean, we are following the measurements here. We've got to like, you know, a big table in between us. That's a good distance that we have. We're always, you know, wearing masks and everything. Like, I don't know, like, I don't think anyone would feel offensive when you're wearing masks around them. Shouldn't be.
I think we've gotten past that. Yeah. Like, I'm offended you're wearing a mask next to me. I mean, wearing masks, it's not about being afraid of you. It's like me protecting you from me
Literally.
potentially having the virus. Because like the mask doesn't stop me from getting it. It just stops me from spreading it. Basically.
Literally.
So like I think the stigma about masks has like died down a lot since the beginning. Of it.
Yeah.
Where at the beginning it was like, oh, why are you wearing a mask next to me? Are you that afraid that I might give you corona? I'm like, no,
Yeah,
it's
that
not
was-
about that anymore. We've moved way past that. Now we're just like, honestly, I'm just trying to get the vaccine.
Literally.
At this point, I'm just waiting for my turn. You know?
I mean, I'm hoping. I mean, I work in the front line, so I'm hoping that I get it as well.
yeah.
I'm super careful with everyone, like my family, my friends. You know, like they all understand because like working in the front line is it's way different, man. Like it's different than like you sitting at home or like you having work at home. You're not like pretty much facing those people who actually might have COVID. And I've seen a couple of people who actually just came back from like abroad. They didn't even like quarantine or anything. They come into the bank and they're like,
Oh my
well, I want to do my banking. Well, sir, you can't do
sir,
your
you-
banking.
Over the phone or online, like
Yeah, please
we're not
don't.
able to help you. Like, yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
the thing about frontline workers. I do have a lot of friends also that work in banks, and they're like, yeah, see, I just have to come in, and
Yeah,
I
no,
really,
sir.
I'm not sure who I'm dealing with. Like, I don't know where this person has been or where this
Literally.
person has been. So like, it's just the unknown of it all. I think plays
Yeah.
a big part.
Wow, it's really crazy, man. Like you know what's really more crazy than this?
What?
Actually, me watching old videos like back in 2019. Like if a video on let's say TikTok pops up, it's recorded in 2019. I'm like, why aren't they wearing masks? This is so weird.
Why are they so close next to
Yeah, why
each
are they
other?
so close? I'm like, what the heck is going on, man? Like. Seriously.
I feel that way. The same thing. Me watching movies and TV shows that were before 2020. I'm just like, how come they're so close together? This
Yeah.
isn't allowed right now.
Yeah.
Like, and then you just think, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this was probably pre-pandemic. And then you see some shows like trying to adapt to the pandemic. I
Literally.
don't know if you guys watch like Grey's Anatomy or whatever.
Yep.
So they're trying to incorporate the COVID into the show, and
Man, it's
yeah,
crazy.
It's a new world we live in, man. It's a new world. we live in, man.
I mean, here's stupid me sitting here thinking that it would disappear in a month. It didn't. Well, it's
We're all in
2021.
that same boat, you know.
I mean,
it's just 3 weeks at home.
Yeah.
Who's it gonna hurt?
yeah,
10
literally.
months later,
You're still. We're back to square one right now. Oh my
literally
god.
square one. Literally square one. With
I
the new
mean,
measures. Oh my
Man,
God.
tomorrow is Thursday, so basically, I'm not sure if we can even continue the podcast or not. I'm hoping we
That's
can,
another thing,
and
man.
I'm hoping we can manage to continue this podcast. But like, it's crazy, man. Like the measures that they put on, it's like a curfew, but it's not a curfew. You know, like you have to
It's like-
stay home, but not
Stay at home, but like it's not. You don't have to stay at home.
Yeah.
But like technically, you do have to stay at home because there's nothing else outside that's
Literally.
open or like inhabitable outside. So like,
Literally, but you're allowed to exercise. You know what I mean? But I don't
well,
know.
like not in a gym because like
Yeah.
gyms, you know.
I'm still like against the gym thing closing. Why did you close the gyms? Who's
Statistically, restaurants and gyms had like almost negligent effect on on the number of cases. I'm talking from someone that works in correlations and stuff. I know what I'm talking about. Like the fact that they had no relation to each other, but at the same
Man.
time, you still close everything and what like now. Nothing is moving, and the system is on the brink of collapse. As
Literally.
our premier, Mr. Ford,
Fucking asshole. I mean, I will beep that in the. Probably it will be beeped. I don't know if it's. Probably not. If you'd like, I mean, like I don't know any kid who
Ooh,
watches this
uncensored,
podcast. Yeah. I mean, we're not getting paid yet, so I don't care.
Hey, this is your free platform to.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, like if you also follow me on my personal Instagram, you can see my posts wearing or trying to insult our premiere.
Hey, to each his own, my friend. To each his own. You know what I mean?
definitely.
Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah.
Yeah,
for
that
sure,
was.
for sure.
But that like I believe that was a stupid move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like the most stupid move that they made is like reopening schools, which didn't make sense. But like you close gyms, it's like I don't know, like gyms, adults use gyms, kids
Kids
go to school. I
Who
don't
is
know.
more likely to spread amongst
Literally.
both? And like, how are schools still open for people to go in and learn? How do you trust these little kids?
I don't know. Like,
Just go in school and have them be responsible, not to be
You
like
can't.
mingling with other kids 24/7. Like, how are you guaranteeing?
man,
the
I mean,
safety of-
say a bad word in front of a kid and watch him really repeat it, even if you tell him to not to. Good luck.
Good luck. He's just gonna keep it in his head,
Literally.
and he's gonna keep saying it all the time.
Literally. So, do they actually understand that this is a pandemic? I don't know.
I mean,
They might live the life, but like, it's not like they're adults and they have like, you know,
they're
good
super aware
choices.
of what's going on
no,
around them. Like
no.
at the end of the day, and like, who are they sending to school? They're sending to school like the little kids, the ones that can't afford to stay at home, or not can't afford to stay at home, but like the ones that if you stay at home, like children, usually you don't have that much time for them at home. That's why
Literally.
you send them to school usually. But like at the same time, are like me as a parent. If I'm in their place, honestly, I'd vote not to send my children to school because I can account for my children and I can account for what they do, but how am I so sure like other children are taking the exact same measures?
Literally.
What I'm teaching at my house, someone else is teaching at their house. All of these things play into effect. It's just like
Yeah.
but gyms, you're not allowed to go. Eating outside,
No.
Eating indoors, absolutely forbidden.
Yeah, literally.
It's crazy.
I mean,
It's
don't get me
crazy.
wrong. Gyms, like seriously, who's the nasty person who's not gonna clean after himself?
And man, I don't know if you've been to the gym since quarantine, but like I've been, and even if you don't clean up after yourself, someone will come and tell you,
Yeah.
"Yo, guy, by the way, you forgot to clean up."
I mean,
after yourself."
even before, you're gonna get called out. You know what I mean?
For sure, anyone like on regular days at the gym, you get called out for not cleaning after yourself.
Yeah.
Now in Corona, it's even a lot worse, and there's people going around the gym making sure everyone is cleaning. Everyone is.
Literally.
I just don't understand the reasoning behind it. Basically, especially gyms. Me
Yeah.
personally, I'm a huge gym person. Like, for me, like. I've dedicated so much time for
Let's
me
go.
like, at the gym, you know, and when they took it away, I just felt like they took away a huge part of like my daily routine, my life cycle. You know, my de-stressor was going to the gym. You know, just disconnect for like 2 hours.
Literally. Man, I don't know.
Oh well, that was pre-lockdown. That was pre-lockdown.
I mean, they took away me hitting pads in Taekwondo. Like, I used to be pissed at person. I just go to Taekwondo, hit those pads.
De-stress it
like,
out.
De-stress
man.
it, yeah, literally.
Just work your stuff out. You work your aggression out on your exercise, basically. And
Literally.
that liberty is gone now, and now that it's not summer, you can't really go outside and
No.
like I want more than anything to go outside and run
I
for
wish.
like 3-4 miles, you know. But like now you really can't, like you
What
can't
can you
afford
do?
you can't afford to go outside in this weather. Like today, I wanted to go for a run in the morning. I saw the weather was okay, but like snow really didn't help out. Like
No.
outside, it's super slippery outside.
Literally. Try to slip and then break a few bones, and then now you're back in
Now
the
I'm back
hospital.
inside, and like I have to be inside again. So like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
thank you,
no
no
thanks.
thanks, no thanks. Yeah, exactly, no thanks. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough, but like you do try to find, you know, your small doses of like just unplugging from like the quarantine, me having to stay all the time at home. I'm not working currently,
Right.
but I only have school, so like most of the time what I have to do is just stay at home.
Literally.
So, yeah, that just puts that little bit of extra stress on the
A lot.
on the mind. You know, you're just sitting alone most of the time. You're overthinking and I don't know. It's just with winter and everything. I think it's a bit harder for us to be connecting all the time.
That's
and-
even worse for winter. I mean, for God's sake. Like, I used to tell my friends who are not working, like recently, they have like a full-time schedule, like of studying. I tell them like, you guys are lucky, but then thinking about it, I was like, wait, like they're not actually lucky. How do you get the energy to study that much? I mean, I go to work, but then I come back and I have zero energy to even do anything.
Exactly, man.
Literally.
Exactly. Hey, it's not even about having the energy. It's just like me. I want to have like a little bit of change of scenery every
Yeah.
now and then. You know, I'm a person that when the library was open, I used to love going to the library.
Man,
Just
the same.
I'm not going there to socialize. I'm not going. I'm
No.
just going to sit in different areas.
Literally.
Change the scenery around me, change my setting,
Yeah.
and me, I'll just be automatically encouraged to study. Well, like right now, I go from my room downstairs to the basement,
Literally.
and then back up again, and then back down again, and then okay, yeah, now I'm stuck in the same loop, and yeah, nothing accomplished.
Stupid.
It's so it gets to you at the end, man.
Literally.
It really does get to you towards the end, and yeah, I mean, you try to deal with it. You try to deal with it, and you try to like work on stuff to maybe like de-stress you, or like if you're feeling like down or depressed because of like COVID, or like the measures around you, you're feeling stuck inside, that sort of thing. So you need to be able to cope. You need to be able to find like outlets for your like how I told you, I used to de-stress using the gym. Now I need to find something else to basically like be my outlet for that negative energy, essentially. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like seriously, it's difficult. It's not an easy thing to do. I mean, thanks to TikTok, like we
The distractions are always present.
literally. I mean, like if you
Distractions
remember, like at the beginning, TikTok was a big thing at the beginning of COVID.
Of course.
So I feel that it got a lot of people out of stress. A lot, like myself, being I spent a lot of time on TikTok,
using
just
my
scrolling.
thumb, you know,
Literally.
using my thumb all the way down. But yeah.
I mean, we love TikTok.
But, I wasn't the hugest TikTok fan in the beginning. You know, I was like, oh, you guys are so lame. Why are you watching? No offense, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, there are some great TikToks.
Literally.
There is like, they actually do make content now. It's not like just like random stuff. Yeah, no. For now, I'd say I'm sold on TikTok right now, for sure.
Yeah.
Not like in the beginning, I wasn't as sold on TikTok. I wasn't on TikTok most of the time, but like now, I do get like, I love cat TikTok.
Okay.
I'm a big cat person. I have a cat at home, so like cat TikTok is so funny to me. Yeah,
Man,
it's just something on the side there.
I mean, hey,
To each
TikTok
his
is
own,
great.
To each his own, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get into sometimes I get into like the business side of TikTok. Sometimes,
Ooh, okay.
yeah.
I've never been to that side.
I love that side. Like if you're starting small business, like if you're already into business and then trying to like figure out. I'm not even studying business. I'm just interested. So I like to scroll and then see like what other people are thinking or what apps to use. For an example, like sometimes there's a good suggestion. There's a good website.
For
So
sure.
yeah, why not? I mean, even on by no means don't take any stocks advice from anyone, especially TikTok.
Please don't. Okay, like
And
worst
the-
idea.
And then also like if you go back to our episode where we talked a lot about stocks, we told you guys to not also take our advice for stocks, because I wish we also can put like a big disclaimer, I don't know, whatever on the screen, because like it's actually illegal for us to give advice actually on stocks. So we can't give you financial advice unless we have, certain certificates.
We have to be certified, and
Literally.
we have to have permission, and
Yeah, so
it's a whole. nine
it's
yards.
something that I don't want to get into, to be honest with you guys. But sometimes I like to scroll on TikTok and then see, like, if there's any person who's actually, talking about this stock or that stock, just to see how this stock is going. Like, is it going up, going down? Like, what are the
What
factors?
affects this stock?
Yeah, literally.
What things affect this stock? What things affect this stock? Will this stock be affected by a crash in the Venezuelan market? for
Let's say.
example? Like that sort of thing. All these.
Literally. So if you're using it to do your own research, or just like, scrolling around the stocks just for fun, I mean, yeah, sure. So it is something.
It is it is definitely something. But like to the thing you're talking about stocks and stuff, like, don't take anyone's advice.
No,
for
please
stock.
don't.
Like, please,
Go to your
no
bank
matter
advisor.
whoever. No, exactly, and whoever tells you that they know stocks,
They
maybe
probably
that's
don't
their
know.
knowledge. Not everyone has the same investing style. Not everyone has the same. Not everyone has this the potency, like the risk, like how inclined are you to take risks in your investing? That also plays a huge part to how good do you think a stock is or not. So like,
literally,
just don't take anyone's advice. Make sure you do your proper research, and
that's why banks are here. Go to your, if you know an advisor,
personal financial advisor,
literally.
Go to your wealth manager, whoever it is that you take financial advice from. Please only stick to their advice. Don't go for anyone else. Please, for your safety and your financial security.
Yeah, literally, because you don't know how many stories I've got of people, taking someone else's advice and then they bought this stock. I'm not gonna say any names, but X or Y stock, and then they got, the stock just crashed and they just lost a lot of money, and you took someone else's advice,
Okay, I actually wanted to ask your opinion, since you told me you work at a bank and stuff. I wanted to ask your opinion on crypto.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's pretty deep subject, so just generalize it for me as much as possible.
Okay. For a person who actually works in a bank, personally, this is my personal opinion, I wouldn't do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Personal opinion, if you do it, I know a lot of people who do it and they make money.
Really good money. Even.
Exactly.
Really good money.
Though I wouldn't do it. Just for fun, though.
Just for fun.
The other day I put, $7? I was just testing it, and then it made me $12.50.
I mean,
so it's that's a good Subway. I mean, I spent it at Subway. I mean, why not?
Why not? Hey, it's your money, my friend.
Literally, it was my money. I'm just testing it. So if you want to go in and test it, no one's actually preventing you from doing so. But it's still consider
when you bought crypto, what app did you use? Coinbase or
I can't say that.
No. Okay.
Because otherwise I'll be advertising this app or anything.
Fair enough. No, I get it.
Because
you don't want to give advice to someone.
Literally, because right now every bank has their own app, and then you can also ask your advisor to to help you out with this stuff. So I would tell people to stick with your advisor.
Fair enough. No, that's good. That's good that you told me though. That's good.
Literally.
Thank you for the information. Let's not dwell on it too much more.
That's all good. But I actually invested in Bitcoin actually.
Yeah. So it was Bitcoin, the one you invested in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So but crypto, still it's still new to the market.
It's super volatile, man.
So you could lose, you could win. No one actually knows when is this gonna crash.
Exactly. Yeah.
And by the way, even with stock market, actually, you try to predict when is it gonna crash.
Market trends, market outcomes, but at the same time, there's no possible way to predict.
No one expected 2008, to be honest with you. So
to be fair, some people did some, but the very odd people that went out and tried to do the crazy stuff, the people that tried to short the housing market way before the housing market crashed during 2008. I don't know if you've seen the movie The Big Short. Yeah, everyone's seen it. Yeah.
We're big movie fans.
Huge movie guy, huge series guy too. I don't know.
We're gonna talk about this a lot on this podcast. So
let's go. Let's do it.
So a lot of people did that before the crash in 2008. But I had a conversation with someone today, and they're he was telling me that banks will never lose money, and I was like, no, sir, banks can lose money. Definitely. We don't just print money in the bank.
It's not how the world works.
And then I actually left him out of the conversation, because he kept saying, and I was like, 2008, I guess. And then
maybe.
And then he looked at me and he's like, no, banks don't lose money. I was like, God, I really don't want to get into the conversation, sir. Just get the hell out of my face.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your time.
Literally. Thank you for listening. But no.
No. The banks definitely can lose money, as evident by 2008.
Literally. Credit unions do close as well. I know a lot of credit unions who have closed down. So
exactly,
because they actually lost money. You're welcome.
It's a very natural thing that happens. I think I don't think any bank is safe from market crash or whatnot. Yeah.
No, but we try to follow the protocols as much as we can, because those protocols actually can save you from crashing, let's say.
Interesting.
But you know what I mean? Like, you really can't predict if it will crash or not. I mean, it's a pandemic, so like no one actually predicted COVID. So
yeah,
a lot of, unfortunately, talking about like business as well, a lot of small business have closed down, and I know a lot of people who actually are losing money like as a small business. So Ontario, like, I don't know,
like they need to wake up, man. They need to wake up, because like he said, the system is on the brink of collapse. It is on the brink of collapse. People are losing their houses.
Yeah.
People are losing their jobs. People are losing their livelihoods, their businesses. And like, there is a solution. There is a proven solution. Like, just open it back up. Stage 3. Make it stage 3, where some people can go eat inside. Some people can still go train.
Literally.
Because like, literally people's livelihoods, bartending is a serious job for people here in Canada.
Literally.
Do you know how many people cannot survive on that income right now? It's insane. It's insane the fact that like you're used to making $1,000 every weekend. Now you're reduced to zero.
Yeah.
Zero. Like, you're not even like, you didn't take a pay cut. Like, you didn't take like a 50% pay cut. You took a 100% pay cut to zero.
Literally.
Like, I think that is a huge effect, and it doesn't only affect the economy; it affects the mentality of people that live in the region you control.
100%.
Like I'm sure the Quebecans right now hate their life and hate the curfew they're going through. 100%.
1,000,000%. Not even like, seriously. I mean, can you predict if people actually will protest and freak out?
I don't think protesting is a viable option anymore.
I'm hoping.
Cold right now in the cold.
Yeah,
no one's.
I just don't want like anything to break down, and like I'm hoping not. But like, you can't really predict, because like right now we are putting people's lives and like really at the line, and then I don't know, man. Like, seriously, like I'm wishing nothing happens, but I can see a risk there.
There is definitely a risk. I mean, there's a risk to reopening, and there's a risk to keeping things closed as well. But like, okay, so the press conference that Doug Ford had yesterday, so basically said like, we have it for another 28 days. So yeah, we're locked in the house for another four weeks. The measures are a bit more stressful, but like, how are you 100% sure that these like measures you're taking, will they make me go back to being, I'm safe, the numbers they're not increasing, the numbers they're stable? No, 100% no. The UK variant of the virus, is it anything changing because you stayed home these 4 weeks? Arguably, to some extent, because people are still at home and stuff, there's going to be less cases. But is there? Because ever since the new lockdown started, we haven't had a single day that was less than the day before. Every day we're hitting new highs, and I'm like,
well, did you see? I was watching today's news, and then there's like 30 flights out of the flights who actually came in lately from like 30 flights that actually landed in Toronto have positive cases.
Oh my goodness.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness.
So you're telling me you're locking the people in their houses, but you actually haven't locked the country. Yeah, like, it doesn't.
It's such a big double standard. Like,
literally,
you can leave the country, you can come back into the country, but within the country itself, you can't. I
mean, it's not okay. Okay, it's not okay for you to go visit your friends or anything, but it's okay for them to go party in Thanksgiving, or just like travel in Thanksgiving.
Christmas, big holiday, holiday. Get everyone over. Let's go.
What pissed me off about that? Seriously, they can just like run away with that, just like by just leaving the position. Like, what the hell? Like, there's no fee they have to pay.
Nothing.
No jail time. Nothing. They just
a warning. That. Yeah, stop. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's it.
And like, you're supposed to be okay with that. You're supposed to be like, okay, let's compare US to Canada, for example, with regards to Corona. Like, I don't know if you've seen any Florida snaps or anything, but like, Florida doesn't even know Corona exists anymore. Like,
actually, they had to, like, I actually was watching even before you just like came to my house and then rang the bell. I was watching a video where they said they had to like rescale their graph because of how many
cases they have. It's crazy. It's crazy. And the thing is, man, they still don't care. And life is going on perfectly normal.
Man.
People are dying. Don't get me wrong. I don't wanna make light of the situation that it is. There are people dying, and Corona should be taken 100% seriously. But at the same time, you see there are people that are coping with Corona and continuing life normally. How you, as Canada, as like a leader in the free world, as you consider yourself, how can you have not figured something out?
Yeah, like I mean, don't be Florida, but like don't be a dictator as well.
Exactly, but like we can't be stuck inside for the rest of our lives. Like you're saying you're giving vaccines out, but like, are you giving vaccines out and then telling people to still stay at home? Like, how does that make any sense either? Like,
I mean, yes and no. I mean, like, I don't care if I get the vaccine or not. To be honest with you, like, I'm still young. I don't care. To be honest with you,
it is fine.
The people that I care about are actually the people who are mostly vulnerable for the virus. Old people. Yeah. Please don't get it. Like that's what I care about. Exactly. To be honest with you, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Just like,
and if I die, I die. Literally. It's not like, oh, I gave up on life or whatever.
No, it's just I'm just not afraid, man. Like not anymore. At least,
especially me as a person that already got it. Like they tell you can't get it for another 3 months, but after these 3 months, you're susceptible to get it again. Okay, totally. Like you it's like you could it's possible for you to get it.
Well,
again.
I haven't heard that before.
I mean, that's what they told us. Like a public health. Well, like I told you, they used to call me every day to make sure to check up on you and make sure you're following social distancing rules. So basically what they used to do is like, they tell you, by the way, even after you finish, you can't get Corona for 3 months, but after these 3 months, you are susceptible. Some people have been able to get it after these 3 months. So you just gotta be careful. And very well, good, but I'm still like, if I get it again, like,
then you get it.
I'm pretty sure I can survive. I'm pretty sure most of the people can survive it. It's just the people with underlying health concerns already existing before they got Corona. These are the people that you really need to worry about, aka our parents, grandparents, older relatives, that sort of thing, basically.
Literally. And I wanted to talk to you like more about, you getting COVID a little bit.
Go ahead.
So how did you get it?
Okay, so
how do you think you got it?
I'm pretty sure I know how I got it. Okay, so I was just at a friend's house. Like my social circle, it's only us 4 or 5 people. Okay,
right.
I come back home and my mom and sister had like some friends over.
Okay.
Basically, so 2 of the my mom's friend and her daughter, they both had it, basically, essentially, and they had it, and they didn't know at the time. They had no symptoms, and
you never know until you start showing symptoms.
Until you start showing symptoms, exactly. So they started showing symptoms 3 days after they were at the house.
Holy.
And so as soon as they found out, they were like, "Oh, you guys should really go test." That same day, my mom started having symptoms, and then we were like, okay.
That's kind of bad.
Let's go test, and then we'll come back and we'll quarantine everyone in his own room. No one contacts each other until we figure out what's going on. We got our test results back, and then they started, first things first, Ottawa Public Health call you. They tell you, oh, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but you tested positive for Corona, and we need to make sure that you didn't pass that along to anyone. Where were you these past 3 days, etc. And they start asking the questions for contact tracing and whatnot.
Right.
After they finish these steps, that's about it. They go in and they tell you have to stay quarantined even within your family. Like I wasn't allowed to sit with my sister or my mom. Like I can hear my mom coughing in the other room, and I can't really go sit next to her or get her water or whatever. She has to go do everything on her own. It was a huge adjustment. It was a huge adjustment. And of course, like the runny nose, the coughing, the sneezing, all that, like. It's a cold. It's just like super magnified. Basically.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I mean, I've talked to my cousins where they're like, actually, there's nothing. Well, they still tested positive. Like they actually like have it, and then they started coughing for like a couple of days, and that's it.
And then it goes
disappeared.
away, and then it's just nothing, and then you wait, and then after you don't show symptoms for 10 days, you have to be 10 days symptom free. That's when your quarantine finishes.
I see.
So no, like they start asking you how many like, are you still feeling any symptoms? Are you still feeling any symptoms? Every day. The day you stop feeling any symptoms, they mark it, and then it's 10 days from that day where you get to leave your house. Basically. Yeah, man. It was a huge thing, and it was like literally smack dab like in the first week of December. Basically, that was like my last week of infection.
God.
So I was like thrown in the middle. I had projects due. I had finals coming up, and I'm just sitting at home. I had so much time on my hands, but like at the same time, it got pretty rough. It got pretty rough for sure.
I mean, thank God, like
Alhamdulillah,
like now you're healthy, you're doing well.
Thank God. No,
literally. So yeah, like how do they track you though? Like that's
they don't track. Okay, they don't really track you. They used to call me every day, and me personally, like I'm a responsible guy. I don't wanna infect anyone, so I was just staying at home. But they call you every day apparently, and like they want to make sure that you're at the house. If you don't answer right away, they suspect something, and they might send someone down to your house, basically.
I see.
We have not had that severe case where they sent someone, but I didn't really leave the house until I finished my quarantine, and then afterward, like groceries, we had friends that came, they got us groceries, everything we needed, that sort of thing, and it was pretty okay. Pretty okay.
Well, that's nice,
It's a relief, man. It's a relief.
Well, first of all, thank you for being responsible.
Well, that's the least you can do in these times. Like I was telling you, even though I do think that these measures are like super, super extreme, I still have to follow them because like you don't want to be responsible for infecting someone else and maybe putting them in a situation of a lot of harm. Like even though Corona is not super deadly, you might have someone in his family that might be super susceptible to it, that sort of thing.
Literally, so you're scared for your friends, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's great, man. Seriously. Well,
and some of my friends that I was with before that day of too, like at the beginning, we really didn't know who we got it from. So I had to tell all my friends, hey guys, I might have Corona, so you probably need to go test. And everyone is like, oh my God, Hassan, I can't believe you're so careless. And I'm just like, guys, I promise you, like I was as careful as I can be, but like, it's just some situations,
literally.
Get out of hand.
I can't imagine the conversation going in.
Because like, it's such an awkward conversation for you to be calling up one of your friends and telling him, oh, by the way, just a heads up, you might want to go test for COVID to see if do you have it or not? It's definitely a super awkward conversation. I have to tell you, like, it's such a weird situation, and it's the first of its kind. Like, I remember during swine flu, I wasn't super aware of what was going on around me or whatever, but like now in COVID, like you're aware of all the small things, all the things that might be infectious or whatever. So all these things in a time like this, and then a conversation like the first of its kind, like, oh yeah, I probably gave you corona, like.
Yeah, I know.
Thankfully, I did not give it to any of my friends though. Like I quarantined. Thankfully, I didn't see any of my friends until like after I got into contact with the person that has the virus. So thankfully, I did not pass that along to anyone.
Yeah, man. I mean, I can't imagine giving any of my friends, COVID, and they're gonna pick on me for the rest of my life. You were
you are. I mean, hey, till this very day, some of my friends still pick on me and like tell me, hey, by the way, let's not forget you're the first one of us to get Corona. By the way, I'm just like, okay, I guess, yeah.
I mean, I'll be like, at least I'm special in something right now.
Exactly.
Here's my thing.
I did it for the culture, guys. I got Corona for the culture. I got Corona, so I can tell the people what it's really like. No, but like in all seriousness, though. Like, we did it for the culture. We did it for the culture.
Man, yeah. But like, how was your studying life during COVID?
You know what? Like COVID and stuff making everything hard.
Yep.
Honestly, it's been a blessing. The online semesters have been a blessing so far. So far. But now where they're using e-proctoring, I don't know if you know about that or not. But like now, most of all the courses use e-proctoring now. So like they're coming down a little bit hard on them. But at the same time, you know, like it's easy. It's easy to study. Like you're at home most of me as Hassan, at least, you know, I'm home most of the time. So if I really feel like, oh, I need to get something done or whatever, I can easily just go and do that. Simple. But yeah, I mean, it just gets tough, you know, like at the same time, like I said, it's winter outside, so you're not really doing anything outside of the house. And when you're inside of the house, it's hard to like differentiate where the area of the house is for me to rest and where the area of the house is for me to work. Usually I can have that distinction. I can go to university, and when I'm in university, I work. When I'm at home, I rest. That sort of distinction helps me to like make sense of like what I'm doing where. And yeah, it's
I mean, here's my life before COVID, right? Like I stayed in uni sometimes till 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Like the library still stays open.
Exactly.
You know, thanks guys for like, if you're working in the library and you're watching us, like thank you guys.
You are the real MVPs, guys. Literally, you guys have no idea how MVP you are. Really.
And we're sorry for like not leaving the fourth floor, like before, you know, you guys come to tell us.
We're sorry for being monkeys on the second floor as well, you know, just in case someone else was watching, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're watching. Like a lot of them.
They know the life of a library worker, man. No, respect to them. Respect to them.
I know a couple of them are my friends. And,
okay, yeah.
You know, thank you guys.
respect, mad respect.
Yeah, literally. Actually, one of them, that's how I got to know them, because I leave the last person from the. Okay,
always the last person.
I'm always the last person to leave from the fourth floor, because I'm probably working on something all the time. So, like, if I'm not working on. If I'm not like working on my school, I'm just doing editing. So like the fourth floor just gives me this vibe, and I don't know how I can study in the fourth floor, but I actually can manage because I like some sound around me. I don't like to be too quiet.
Exactly. That's why I like the second floor too. Like, there's a little bit of bustling going around. There's this small noise going around, but at the same time,
it's not too quiet. It's not like the fifth floor, you know. Exactly. I tried, like, first time, by the way, a lot of people told me to go to the fifth floor of the library, and then I went and I almost fell asleep. Like, it was just an hour of me working. I was like, whoa, that's so dead. I can't.
You feel every minute because it's so quiet. You feel everything you're doing.
And then I put my headphones on. That was my first time, by the way. I put my headphones on, and then I was like, man, I am really afraid that someone can hear me from behind the headphones. I don't know. Like, it's too quiet.
It is too quiet. Like, you'd get people where you'd be like, I'm like, literally. Okay, sorry, man. I'm just, you know, vibing to the music here, you know? I didn't mean to offend you, I swear. Go back to work.
Especially if you're listening to Egyptian music.
I mean, hey, I don't know about you, but I love Egyptian rap nowadays. Like there's some like new artists coming up and stuff, like the Egyptian rap and stuff. I've been getting a lot into those,
Oh, that's definitely. I mean, okay, so far my best two rappers, Arabic rappers, I've disclosed that before on this podcast, and I'm gonna say it again.
Go ahead.
It's Ahmed Mikki, who's actually like
respect. Legend. He's a legend. This guy. He's a legend in the field.
This guy is a king, man. And then Ismail Tamar, who's a Syrian. Okay. If you're not listening to him, you gotta listen to Ismail Tamar. Like, very good. I tend to listen more to Ahmed Mikki because of the stuff that he says, and like
the music, man. He makes music with meaning. That's what I love about Ahmed Mikki. Like every song, there's literally a song about him and his drug problem.
That's what.
It's such a beautiful song.
There you go.
The video is. Man, it's insanely emotional.
I bet 100% that Ahmed actually works with the director to tell the story.
For sure, because you know it's his directing production company that does all his videos. So it's him having a hand in every single thing, and all power to him, because as an artist, as a performer, as an actor, he goes full out. He goes all 9 yards, does everything, and like he's a really hard worker.
I highly bet, even like if you don't speak or like if you don't understand Arabic, if you're gonna go watch that watch that song,
Really
you're
good.
gonna understand literally everything.
You only need to watch the video. You don't even need to understand anything else.
No.
Like from the video, you can tell what the video is all about. Like it's
Man.
actually insane.
My first time finding out about Ahmed, that was my first song that I listened to,
Oh, wow.
and I almost cried. I was this close from crying.
So
I was like,
emotional.
man,
So
it is.
emotional. Especially like if you've been in that sort of situation where you've had a problem or whatever with whatever substance
With
you may have,
anything.
with anything that's addictive, you know, with a certain game that you can't stop
Literally.
playing, you know, like this is literally how addiction is. It's just a general thing. It's just a general song about how addiction is, and it's really lovely. But yeah, speaking about like other Arabic rappers,
Yeah.
like these two are like, just because they're like Egyptian rappers and stuff, they're pretty like recent. Marwan Musa.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I gotta.
like you probably don't know both of them really, just because like only Egyptians would know them. And Wigs, if anyone likes Egyptian rap, yeah, Marwan Musa and Wigs.
I'm literally gonna check them out.
They're really good, bro. They're really
Man.
good. Marwan Musa just released a new album that's pretty legit, honestly. So yeah, I and like the style of rap they do is a little bit more tangential to what we're hearing right now from like Lil Baby and them. So like you'll find a lot of similarities in their style and the flow. That's why they westernized a bit their music, and it's a lot more catchy.
Which is good, you know.
To what, it's a lot more what we're used to
Literally.
listening here. So I feel like we can connect a lot more with the music that's coming out from them, at least. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I love and I love telling anyone that hasn't heard about them, oh, you guys should really go check them out, because like spreading Egyptian culture for me, essentially, like I love spreading the movies, spreading the shows, spreading the music, man. Just because like, yeah, this is what we're about, you know, like a lot of our culture revolves around the music industry and the film industry, that sort of thing. Yeah.
What are you excited to see like this year? Like since we were talking about shows.
Since we're talking about shows, like there are some Egyptian shows that I'm really excited for. There's one called COVID 2030.
Holy.
This guy, Yusuf Sharif.
My God.
This guy's known for pushing the envelope every year.
Yep.
Last year, he made like this very futuristic show where it's like set in the future. It's called the Nihaya.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's basically it's set in the future, and like high tech world and stuff, and like it's going towards the apocalypse, and how they're trying to and I'm just like, wow, for an Egyptian show you're really putting in the effort, you know.
Yeah.
So and that's the same thing he's trying to do.
I'm actually surprised of like how good we're producing now. Like as Arabs, we didn't used to like produce that good, by the way.
At all.
Like, you know, like let's bring it back.
Paranormal. Have you seen Paranormal on Netflix?
Yeah.
The new Arabic show?
Yeah. That's good.
That is amazing. And that's it is a Netflix produced show, but it's shot like full Arabic cast, full Arabic. No, it's like it's a Netflix show, but basically production and everything, it's all in Egypt.
Okay.
They knocked it out of the park. Like that show, I was like, from start to finish, I am encapsulated. Like they're telling an amazing story, and it's based off of like a real book, and the real book is like it's very similar to the book, which is always nice, you know, when you're adapting a book into a movie or into a show, you want to include.
You don't want to change so much. You don't want to change
so much, exactly. You don't want to change so much, but like they do a really good job of like being truthful to the story, being truthful to the books.
That's
really
very
nice.
good.
It's very nice. Anyone who likes like who just enjoys Netflix more than anything, Paranormal. It's a show about it's set in Egypt, about like it's supernatural beings, demons, that sort of thing. It's that sort of horror thriller type show.
I like that, man. Like we don't have this, you know, these kind of movies actually. This genre is not there. This genre is literally not there. And then let's just also, I'm gonna throw like another movie as well. Like I'm not sure if you watched it. It's called Mosul.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, go watch it. If you've watched it and liked it, definitely.
I've seen the first 10 minutes about like how
it's a good one. Like, but there's like only one problem with it. Okay, it's very English produced, and that's what I'm gonna say. Like you can tell, like if if you natively speak Iraqi like I am, you can tell that this dialogue is actually translated.
It's not like Iraqi. It's someone speaking in English and translating it
which
to
didn't
Iraqi.
make sense at all to me, because like you could have gone an Iraqi writer who's gonna write the whole story for you, but like I don't know why you like kind of translate it in a way to.
And you can have experts from all over, like dialect experts. These like people pay money to have someone on set to have that accurate representation. Of
but like they got. I was amazed how close to the truth they got. Like
really?
Like like if you actually like if you have to be paying attention to so much details to be like, okay, this thing annoyed me, this is not close to the truth. It's not like, you know, the old Hollywood movies where they'll bring anyone as an Arab
any brown guy is the terrorist, you know.
Literally, and then they label him as Arab even though they don't speak Arabic. I don't know.
They don't speak anything actually. What they say in the movies is all gibberish.
Literally, I don't know,
to make a connotation.
Literally, I don't know what's that. I don't know what that is, but like this is not Arabic, man. Well, yeah, they got pretty close to the truth. So, like,
that's really good. That's what I love to see.
Telling the story, the way they told the story as well, like it's very good. Like, and visually, it's a very good produced movie. Like, it's amazing.
That's really good, though.
And you know who actually shot it? You know who actually shot it? The same people who shot Avatar.
Oh,
so
no way.
That's why it's that good.
Oh, the camera was it the camera crew? Oh,
literally.
That's really good though. That like seeing them invest these kind of resources
in
to tell our story, to tell our stories. I think
it's amazing.
I think that's really good, and it's like, and it's a trend that's keeping going. Like a lot more shows have been signed to be produced in Egypt. I know this for a fact, at least from the Netflix side of things. They've signed a lot of people to produce Netflix-based shows that are Arabic, just to include people in the culture. It's lovely to see. It gives you an international stage for what you want to do. Like, you want to show people what your culture is about.
I mean, thank you, Netflix. Seriously.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. Yeah. They're actually pioneers. Like, before only big studios used to make, like Universal or like 20th Century Fox. Yeah. These would be the ones that make movies. Now it's Netflix, it's HBO Max, it's Apple TV, it's those kinds of like
I mean, I still like to see that. Like I love to see this, but like, even though I'm not sure if you agree with me or not on this, but since I'm a big movie fan, I believe that some movies have to be watched in a theater
on the big screen. 100%.
Literally
100%.
Literally, like I feel that if you play it on your TV, I don't care how good your TV is, that's the biggest sin
you ruin it.
can
you just ruin the movie. Yeah. Like, I don't know about you, but have you seen Tenet in the movies? I went to the theater to see Tenet. I watched it on my computer. It is not as impressive on the computer.
No,
it is not nearly as impressive. It's not nearly as good as the computer, like as the theater. Sorry. So in the theater, like, you're just enclosed in the sound, and like the movie itself is extremely insane.
I think it was 1914 as well. Like, I watched that, and
it's that sort of cinematic experience where it's all about the music. It's all about where the setting they put you. But when you watch it at home, like 1914,
you can't.
It's just like, it's so dead. Like, like you want to watch it for the musical score and that sort of thing. But when you watch it, it just loses the magic. And
it does.
But do you think so? I think so. I think movie theaters are dead. Like,
for some people, yeah. Nowadays, 100%.
Nowadays, man, HBO Max, because everyone that's releasing any like theater movies, they're releasing it on HBO Max at the same time.
Yeah, seriously.
So basically, like, instead of you going to the movies, you can get whatever movie
I sometimes still rather, most of the times, like at least once, or like once every month, once every 2 months, I would go to the movies, because like it's a must for me. Like, I can't.
I feel that. No, I feel that for sure. I get what you're
saying. Literally, like it's the experience that I don't want it to disappear from my life. I like, laying down in that like very comfortable chair, having my popcorn, your drink, with these very loud speakers that you can hear everything, the steps, everything, like
the steps, the breathes of the smallest things, the smallest things. Yeah.
But yeah, wow.
But movie theaters are definitely dead though. They're definitely dead.
I mean, yeah, for I think for younger people, yeah.
For younger, because these are the
100%.
younger people are the market nowadays. You
Like
know?
if you're the Fortnite kid right now, probably you won't even go to a movie theater.
You don't even know what a movie theater is by now.
I don't
We
think
probably
so.
forgot it after these 10 months inside. We probably forgot what a movie theater
Literally.
looks like, man. Yeah.
Literally, yeah. I feel we're gonna see like even we're gonna see a generation where they don't know what CDs are, and I'm pretty sure like even like how to transfer. You remember the way to transfer files between? I don't know why I remember this right now.
Oh my goodness, man! No, like I saw this TikTok about how do you make the dad asks the children to make a phone with their hands, and they do this with the phone. They do this. I'm like. That's not a phone. This is a phone. This is what a phone looks like. You know, that one was like, oh yeah, the generations really have changed. Like it's completely different. Like
I mean,
this is not a phone. This is the phone. The phone is.
I mean, last time I was at a mosque. I got called Ammo by a kid. So like,
oh, okay, yeah, you hate to see that one.
I'm like, ouch.
No, but like, خلاص احنا بقينا what 20? You're 24.
Yeah,
I think you're 24. 23?
No, a bit younger than that, 22.
22. Okay, yeah, but خلاص, yeah, like we're men now.
I mean,
you know?
still, I don't want to be called Ammo. I don't want to be called Ammo in front of. I mean, like what?
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah. لسه 22 سنة كمان. You're only 22, man.
Yeah, literally. But wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I just made it to the end of the 90s. I was born 1999, so
exactly.
I just
Still
made it.
One of the good ones, man. One of the good
Yep.
ones. One of the good ones. Anyone after that, you know, we don't claim them.
No. Well, you know what I hate on TikTok when I see those people, those like young guys are just like, if you're 2006 and younger, you're probably gonna know that song.
2000 and younger, wallah.
No, if you're 2000 and younger, you're just like young. That's it.
You're not eligible to talk. You're still 21. You're still 21. You're still 20.
I know it's 1 year between the 2000 and 1999, but yeah,
it's a lot longer. It's the Y2K variable.
literally. Wow, man. Seriously.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, yeah, man. I just wanted to tell you, bro. By the way, since we're on the topic, you know,
Go ahead.
I really do enjoy the setup that you got here. Like, I'm
Thanks,
super
man.
impressed
Man.
because as a person that loves watching podcasts and stuff, I see the amount of work you guys put into the set here, and like, I'm super impressed. And like, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that, great job, and like, honestly, wishing you all more success because. Like as a person, I love this kind of content where it's just two people having a conversation and we'll see where the conversation goes. Like there's so many topics, there's so many things we can talk about, and like salute to you for carrying out this platform, man. No, really, like very impressive stuff. Very impressive.
Thanks,
stuff.
man. I'm humbled by this statement. Thank you.
No, man, you should be, bro. Because like you took the effort and you put the work in, and you obviously invested a lot in making sure it looks good and it's presentable and there's enough light and that sort of thing, you know. So that's the small stuff should be appreciated.
I mean, definitely don't go to our first episode, please.
Definitely not.
Yeah, and then Ali, the soulful poet. I'm really sorry for the first episode. I keep saying that to him. By the way,
yeah. Every time I see you, sorry about that episode.
Yeah, literally. I've worked with Ali before, so like, it didn't turn out that like terrible, but like the first episode, for some reason, we had like some technical difficulties, you know.
There's always
there's always something.
It's like a work in progress, you know what I mean? Like you don't get it right for 100% from the first time, but like so.
I mean, exactly. I mean, like. If you're also watching the episode, you're the cause of the technical difficulties, and you know it every time he's here. Every time, I'm not joking, something has to happen. Iyad, what? Man, Iyad is such a great guy, and there's a lot, like Iyad creates conversations out of nowhere.
That's amazing.
You can throw him in the middle of any group, and this guy starts conversations.
Sure.
Amazing people.
I remember I ran into him once, and I don't know what we were talking. It was like this ugly sweater party, and like we just randomly started talking about NFL together, and like we just had this whole conversation about like how we were watching this year and how this year is really good. It was pretty good.
Literally, no matter what you throw at him,
I feel like he's like those kind of like social butterflies where he'll fit anywhere you put him, kind of.
Literally, I mean, hands down to Carleton, and like if you go to Carleton, it's a very great school, by the way. Like I love
very,
Carleton, and like I used to visit Carleton even before I got into Carleton.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, a lot of people know me from Carleton, which is nice. A lot of people don't. It doesn't mean like Carleton is a very big place.
For sure.
It's just that I went to a specific school which had a lot of Arabs. And you know Arabs.
Yeah.
We introduced it to literally everyone.
You know, everyone you know. Yeah,
easy. So like when I came to Carleton, I mostly knew everyone. Like everywhere I go, there's someone to help me, which is
someone you. Oh, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? What you doing right now? Let's go.
So I never felt lonely in Carleton. Like I felt that like that's like my second home, and it's very nice. And I always had someone to help me, and then. Like also hands down to the clubs that we have in Carleton, they're always jumping to help everyone.
For sure, man. Like me personally, like I love volunteering and stuff. Like I loved helping them out during my time where I could have. Amazing. Like I was VP Finance actually for a couple of years at ESA, and
which is the Egyptian Students
Association. For those who don't know, yeah, we're a pretty tight knit group. I used to love going out and doing the activities. I even hosted their gala once. Like. Just being involved in the student life, it gives you that a certain sense of fulfillment. Exactly. You know, it's nice, you know, and it served its purpose for when I was like interested in having to not having. But like just wanting to expand my social circle and meet new people and get into activities to feel like you belong on campus. Definitely, you should check out the clubs. Especially like I know whether it be ESA or ASL, Arabic Student League, or Iraqi Student Association, or the Palestinian Student Association. Like all of these guys, they work their butts off just to ensure that they give you activities every year. That they make sure to plan out everything to the smallest T's and dot the smallest I's just to make sure everyone gets a chance to like be a part of something bigger, that sort of thing. It's really amazing what they do. And of course, like I was so glad to be able to be part of that, to be able to help them. I even helped them last year with their Egyptian Culture Week. I don't know if you were there.
I was there.
That was like a lot of fun, and we had so much fun working together. And because it was like not only the group that is from ESA itself, but also like a bunch of volunteers. So you got to have like to meet so many different people. Like, it was a really good experience. And anyone that's looking to get involved on campus, for sure you should check them out because like I said, they love when people come up to them and start talking to them about their association.
100%.
And people start like engaging with them in these types of conversations. I know you've had Yasmin on here before. Yasmin is a super big advocate of like Arab Students League, and I'm sure like if you go and ask her anything about it, she'll be more than happy to talk to you all day about it. Like literally all day. So like these sort of things, it's really been nice to be able to help and be able to be part of that community, you know, like just be there and feel like you belong, you know, to something that's bigger than just you.
And to be honest with you, that's the least that we can do to them, because like those people are just working hard to ensure that like, you know, we get like the best experience of this event and that event, and then like we can meet people. So like at least, you know, talk to them about their associations. Also, like, you know, like if you want to get involved 100%, no one actually would mind and say no, you know.
Literally, if you want to volunteer, just ask, and I'm sure someone will find you something to do, you know. Like literally, especially with us, like I feel like all the Arab Students Associations, they love having other people around, just because it's all a big network. The Egyptians, the Syrians, the Palestinians, everyone works.
I mean, thanks to them, I literally had to like. I had stopped practicing photography for some time, especially events photography, because I was in one field that I was buried in, and then when I got out, I was like, well, I don't know where to go,
what to do from here.
And then basically, like a couple of Carleton like student associations or clubs helped me be like getting me like access to their clubs, and then, you know, getting me access to their events as well.
Very good.
Took some pictures. I built up my portfolio. it was
Exactly.
good. Like it's a win-win situation. You know what I mean?
For sure, and they love to help out when they can.
All the time.
I'm sure you went up to them and you asked them, hey, can I come and do this event for you guys? Can I come and take pictures? And I'm pretty
They
sure
were
the
very
way they
welcoming,
received it,
yeah.
they were like, yes, absolutely, we want you to we want to help you build your portfolio, and we would love like some publicity for us as well.
Exactly.
Like it's always a give and take relationship.
Literally,
with
and
them,
thanks to them, actually, like now I'm like, you know, trying to build up my portfolio to launch it, and then thanks to them, because of the network that I actually built, and like because of the
Exactly,
events,
yeah.
now I have some models that are, you know, willing to work with me.
willing to come and take pictures for you. Yeah.
Literally. So like, you know, that's a small example, but
it's a net positive.
Exactly,
It's a net positive,
it's always
for
a net positive. You know, worst thing that literally can happen, which is like you not gaining anything. It's only fun.
It's only fun.
That's literally the least you can get out of it.
What more can you ask for though? Like
Exactly.
if you're coming out of it with a positive and you're having fun. If you don't come out of it with a positive, then you just had fun. Might as well just take the opportunity. And that's how I think about it. Like sometimes, you know, volunteering and stuff, it's not all good and nice and happy times, but at the same time, like the overall, the end result is I'm having fun and I'm trying to do me, you know.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, and thanks to them as well. Like especially
mad hats off, because I know how, because my sister's been in ESA for like all 4 years of her university, and like she was president last year as well.
Okay.
Salma, I don't know if you know her or not, but yeah.
I haven't met her, but
she's the one that
unfortunately, I haven't.
She's the one that got me into the ESA life and stuff. So yeah, like I owe a lot of like the memories I made with ESA. I owe a lot of them to my sister too, you know. So yeah, she's the one that really encouraged me to like step out of my comfort zone and really like try new stuff out, that sort of thing.
So I see you're the younger kid, you know, like
well, technically I'm older. I'm older. But,
okay.
Yeah, but like just because I was late in uni and stuff, so she graduated ahead of me. That's it.
That's kind of interesting, because like I know, like me as the older kid, I always get my brother, you know, force my brother. He's just laughing.
He's just standing there.
Force him. You know, hands down to him. He's been because like we cannot get all the team in here. He's been the only videographer on here,
for sure.
doing the three cameras.
Great job.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much, man. I
guess
all the hard work is paying off.
Literally. You know, like he does a lot. Like he helps me a lot with a lot of stuff, and he gets, you know, involved now. I mean, I wished that he was that he could have gotten, you know, the experience of university, since this was his first year, and then
really?
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be okay? That is really rough.
That was terrible.
Really rough.
You know. So yeah, like, you know, I wished for him that he could
experience the first year.
The
first year of university especially is like super big. It's super big for your like mental health, for building a social circle, for like finding out who's with me in the same courses, who's with me in the same in the same major. Do I need to make new friends where like in the major I work in, or do I have enough friends? Like building a network, because all these people, you might think that you don't know them. You might think that, I don't need to know who these people are. Well, like just building a network of everyone you know in university, that sort of thing, it helps you so much. It helps you so much further down the line. So yeah.
Literally watch this podcast as well. Like, you know, like this podcast, like actually the reason why this podcast is happening right now is because of a network.
Exactly.
Like, you knew me from a person.
Two people know each other, and they introduce you to your third guest, and then your third guest will introduce you to 2 or 4 other people, and so on and so forth. That's how you grow your network, and that's how you expand like the people you know. You expand like the experiences you have with other people, that sort of thing. All of this comes from you building your own network. And I think essentially the basic building blocks of your network should be from university, like from the people you learn with, from the people you interact with daily, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so definitely, like, you know, get involved, talk to other people in uni, like make friends, get this network bigger.
Absolutely paramount. And like you can never have too many friends. You can never know too many people in the same course. You can never know too many, like, just invest all your time. All you can do, invest your time in like just developing your
100%.
your network, and your
100%.
relationships with other people.
100%. You can never who's gonna get you a job later or now. Like I've heard a lot from like even some friends who came on this podcast that they got jobs because of their network.
Exactly. Like, and that's how it is, man. Like the other day, my friend, I was texting my friend, and he's like, "Yeah, by the way, my company is hiring data analysts for with relatively low experience requirements. If you want, you can really apply. They're really serious, and I can put in a good word for you." So, me instinctively, I was just like, "Yes, please do put in a good word for me. I'm submitting my resume right now."
Exactly.
You know and that's how it works. You know, like. People, if you make a point of you telling people what your plans are and you try to include them as much as possible, in return, they will include you and they will think about you when they see something that relates to you, basically. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, thank you for coming on this podcast.
Oh, bro, hey, absolutely, man. This has been a super big blast. Like,
literally, thank you very much. Seriously,
no, man, it's been an amazing conversation, and like I said, the setup and everything
Thanks,
is
man.
great. Yeah, and many hopefully many more successes to you, man.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, if you actually made it till the end of the episode, thank you very much. Thank you for watching or thank you for listening. If you're listening to this podcast on our Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, even if you use Anghami as well, it's right there. Like you can use Anghami to listen to this podcast. So yeah, literally hit the subscribe button. Definitely put on notifications, like button on YouTube, you know what I mean. Comment in the comments who do you want us to introduce as well in this podcast. Thank you very much and have a good day. Peace out.